fast. 어디 가도 무조건 contrast. Grand Canyon of a skill diff. 넌 나의 track 끝이 안 보이는 list. Zero contact 수월 경화 우리 하늘과 땅 저게 아이의 vision. I'm in a different dimension. But I'm up in flames when I zoom past them. Better know your place. After image and 그림자를 따라가는 현실에 뛰어쫓아가는 자극에 Just another trip, what you think I'm looking at? You know, everything I do is for the win, it's all up So you can understand, 태어날 때부터 감사해 cause you acting like a fan But I'm not but I'm never gonna land When it's all done, don't need to pretend When it's all done, I laugh in the end Never gonna miss my shot And I pull up like that's my spot 언제나 okay, 날 못 따라오지, no way 이건 나의 spotlight Everything I do is A1 calling Primo 누가 뭐래도 Try to catch up You ain't never seen anything like Primo That's just who we are Best of the best Lay all the dinosaurs to rest Whoa. Cutting up the foes when I'm pulling out the scissors
Welcome to 80 or 80,000. I'm your host Moses Newsom.
And I'm your host Big Steps Stefano Lewis in the building.
Are you living for 80 years or do you want to take your legacy and your impact well beyond 80,000 years? Let's find out. Today we have an award-winning stand-up comedian right here in Portsmouth, Virginia.
Okay.
With over 15 years in the comedy game. He shares stages with legends like Martin Lawrence and Tommy Davidson.
Who?
He's performed at iconic venues such as the Funny Bone, Broadway Comedy Club, and Charlotte Comedy Zone.
For real.
He's the winner of the 2012 Funny for Your Money competition right here in Philadelphia.
Talk about it.
He started a stage play, I'm Tired of Paying These Bills All By Myself.
Yes, sir.
He produced live comedy shows throughout Hampton Roads.
Okay.
He aims to own his own comedy club to support rising talent.
Does he?
He balances his career and fatherhood.
What?
He's known for raw humor, authentic storytelling, and East Coast charisma.
That's what he is.
Help me give a warm welcome to the funny man himself, Skeeta G. Let's go.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, brother. Welcome to the show.
What's going on?
How you feeling, bro?
That stuff was true.
You got the one and only Skeeta G.
One and only exclusive.
Turning 44 years old tomorrow, bro.
Man.
Yeah, big fofo.
Big fool. You know, that's a great year because you know what? You can talk to the young women, 25, you know what I'm saying? You can talk to the regular women that got some money, and you can holler at the old ladies too, you know what's wrong?
Category I can deal with.
Yeah, it's a perfect age.
Three
perfect
categories.
age.
Three categories.
So when we start the show, we always want to do a little icebreaker, and I want to just make sure that I'm gonna get your opinion, your professional opinion, okay? All right. So a few years back, a comedian got on the stage, you know what I'm saying, at the Oscars, and he was, doing his thing, and he, made some comments towards a young lady that was in the audience. So he made the comments to the young lady in the audience. This big dude just got up and slapped the dog mess out. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Of course, we're talking about Chris Rock and Will Smith, that situation right there. And I think with 80 or 80,000, what we want to know is, as a comedian, has the trajectory of how you deliver a message, especially to your audience or whatever. Are you afraid of somebody getting up and just slapping the dog mess out of you? Or how does that work?
Nah,
Crazy, man.
I'm like I said, I'm from Portsmouth, man.
Okay.
I can tell.
So it's going to be different.
Stay ready, man.
It's gonna be a whole different situation.
But you know what I'm saying? Being that I'm a comedian, man, I do a lot of crowd work and I do a lot of messing with people, to honest.
You do.
But I deliver a smile when I do it. I don't do it to humiliate them or make them feel like less than what they are.
Right.
It's a different deliverance, you know what I'm saying, when I do my thing. But I ain't never had anybody try to try me because it ain't that type of time with me, you know what I'm saying?
You turn me from pizza.
I'm trying to confuse it before it gets to that part.
Right.
Have a good time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, good time.
For Chris Rock and Will Smith, that thing was boiling over for probably some years.
Some years, yeah. That's what people don't know. That's what people don't talk about.
Yeah.
Will from Philly, man, he really showed us who he was. We all thought he was a corny dude.
No,
We've been listening to the parents don't understand. We didn't realize he was about that life. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Rock film. I fool with Tony Rock. Tony Rock's my guy.
You do, yeah.
No disrespect his brother, but
Right.
yeah, I rock with them. So you know what I'm saying? It happened, but
It happened, but it's over with. I'm glad that they have come to some understanding. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they necessarily communicate. If in a situation like that, if you do have a close friend like a Tony Rock, somebody like that, and something happens like that where y'all have a disagreement, does it take long for y'all to squash the beef or or do you think that it lingers on, especially with comedians?
Man, the living I've been living, man, I don't even associate myself with beef no more, man. That's a young man's thing.
Yeah.
I love
You
it.
know what I'm saying? You gotta live life, enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? If you got a problem with me and we can't hash it out,
Right.
maybe we're not supposed to be in the same circle or be around each other. So I just dismiss myself from it. You know what I mean?
Come on, Skeeta.
No
I
doubt.
don't feed into no beef, man. I didn't make it be 44 tomorrow for you know what I'm saying?
I know that's right. I know that.
And I always tell people if a year goes by and you can't remember what that beef was or what happened, was it even worth it?
It wasn't even worth
It
it.
won't even worth it.
Only time I can have beef for anybody is somebody dealing with my daughter or messing with my money or my livelihood. That's the only time I'll see myself engaging in something like that. And then, other than that, I don't
Don't sweat the small stuff.
What's somebody looking at your girl?
Hey man, hey, you can look, man. Just
Don't touch.
They got signs for that stuff.
No
All
doubt.
right. Well, we're gonna jumping into our first question. What sparked your love for comedy, and when did you first touch the mic?
Oh man, comedy came to me from a young age, not stand-up comedy, but I've been funny my whole entire life. I always been the class clown, the guy that joked on everybody on the school bus. Just always just, you know what I mean, being the one that joking Jones. You know, we call it Jones back in the day.
Yeah, bagging.
Back, ranking.
Oh, he took a way back on ranking.
Ranking, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I never thought I would be a stand-up comedian until one of my good friends, Lavion Brandon.
Okay.
Shout out to
Lavion.
Yeah, she's my daughter's godmother, so we got a real close relationship. She introduced me to a guy named Monty Roz. I don't know if you know Monty Roz.
Yeah, familiar.
Yes.
Monty
Yes.
a guy, he NSU graduate, you know what I mean? He's from
Right.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Really?
He had a thing called Laugh Out Loud Sunday
Okay.
at the waterside at Julian's.
Okay. And
Yeah. She got we got in touch with each other. Me and Monty talked on the phone for an hour. Never knew him, never talked to him. And he said, you bring about 10 people, you can come to the show and do your thing. I bought about 30.
Oh, wow.
Excuse me.
So about 30 people, my first time on stage. And I went on stage, did 15 minutes, my first time ever hitting the mic.
What?
And that was crazy because I never ever did stand up. I didn't know how to.
You had never did stand up?
Never did.
Were you nervous?
Nah, because I always been around my folks. They were my folks out there.
Okay,
So
okay.
I always joked around, so I won't know. I always had confidence. You know, I used to do stuff in school, like gymnastics when I was younger.
Right.
I was always been around a lot of people, so I
Audience,
so I never been nervous. You know what I'm saying, to be around people to do stuff. But I did my first show.
Yep.
He seen all the people. He booked me again. I won't get paid. I didn't know about paid.
You get paid that first time, right?
Didn't get paid at all.
Didn't pay
For a
nothing.
long time.
For a long
I didn't get
That's
paid.
what people don't know.
Paid
Exclusive.
for a long time.
Wow.
I'll break it down to you, but then I came again. And then I came again, so I went there 3 times.
Okay.
And then he started introducing me to the Funny Bone and some of the comedians that was in the area. Like I met my man Shine Allen, rest in peace to Shine Allen. He was from Chicago.
Rest in peace.
I met Angus Black. I met Bo Davis.
Wow.
I met Big Heavy Daddy, Shirley Pearl. I met a lot of comedians, so I started getting around.
You were networking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not knowing I was networking, I just knew that these people were doing comedy, but I didn't know if I was gonna keep doing it.
Right.
And I fell in love with it. People started engaging with me, loving my style of comedy because I did crowd work.
Yeah.
And I freestyle my material, so I don't never write nothing down. It all comes off my head.
What?
Pause.
That's great.
Pause.
So you've never been in comedy. You get on stage for the first time and you freestyle.
The whole thing.
So I've heard of Jay-Z get on the track and freestyle.
I've heard of a comedian,
But I've never heard of a comedian freestyling. Walk us through what's the process in that?
The process was like what I do normally when I'm at a show. I'll sit in the front of the door and watch everybody come in so I can gauge who's going to be in there and what I can talk about. So then when I get on stage, I work out some stuff. You know, I come out with a lot of the newest music, and I come out there kind of boogieing.
Okay, got it.
Get the crowd hype.
Right.
You know, I always come dressed nice, looking nice, so people already, gravitating to me then. So the aura's already there.
Right.
And then I go in there and start talking about icebreaker jokes. I always start off on stage saying, "Y'all better clap it up." I drove all the way down from Portsmouth with suspended license.
Cut it. I'm living my best life. I drove all the way in suspended license from Virginia, goddammit. Play it again, goddammit.
Going back and forth with you. I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you.
Cut it, goddammit. Came all the way from Virginia on suspended license. Barely made it here. The police gonna try to pull me over. in Jersey talking about you texting and driving. I said, nigga, you got a whole laptop in your car, sir. You got a 32-inch monitor here, sir. And you probably got AOL dial-up in that motherfucker.
Because people always might be doing it. Right. Sometimes it's a white crowd, they may not get it because white people don't usually drive something like they always got their stuff together. Right. But that one joke right there, once it hits, then I know I got it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I get on stage with a joke that I know that's my icebreaker don't hit, then I get in my bag like, oh, I got to go this way with it. But
so you got a backup.
I got backup, but I work my material out through freestyling. So if I think about the joke on stage, I'll continue adding on to it if I go on stage more and more. I add on to it.
Okay.
So,
Genius.
you know what I'm saying?
Now, when you're breaking down your joke, do you go off of the energy of the crowd in terms of, are you looking at mannerisms to determine how you move into your next joke, or whether you need to develop more on the joke you're telling at that point?
At the point, it's off the dome, so it's whatever I'm saying there.
Totally freestyle.
It's freestyle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's solid. But when I go on stage the next week or next time, I take that same joke and add more to it.
Ooh, okay, I got it.
To make it more funnier.
Ooh.
But if the crowd gives me energy from the joke, I'm like, oh, I could have said this and add this with it. I cater to the crowd.
Right.
So it's just a unique thing that I do. A lot of people didn't get it when I started doing it. Like, oh, Skeeta does crowd work.
Yeah.
A lot of the comedians you see now, all you seeing on the internet is them doing crowd work. And I've been doing. I'm not saying I'm the first one to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I've been doing it since I started. Now it kind of feels weird now that people be like, you may be thinking I'm copying them. But
Right.
I've been doing it.
You've been doing it
from day one.
Wow.
Exclusive.
On video, on YouTube, you can find it. Yeah, I've been doing it.
Wow.
How important is it to, because I've heard this from other comedians, to make sure that you marinate on a specific subject versus going from subject to subject too fast?
Oh, that's becoming a writing material. Like, people got a punchline, they got
okay,
a callback joke. Mine doesn't go like that. Mine just flows naturally. And people notice it too. Like, man, we know that you was up there just naturally flowing. And for me to make them laugh on spot, it's a gift a lot of people don't have. They can't go on spot and tell a joke and think it's gonna hit.
Wow.
They gotta actually go to open mic and work it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? I just been naturally funny my whole entire life, so it just flows so fluently.
Wow.
I'm not saying I'm the only person that does that, but I just know that I can go in a room and
you can pop your collar, bro. You can pop your collar.
Hey, I've never ever heard anybody saying freestyle. That's the first time you got me on that. So this goes into my question. Tell me, you're from P-Town. We actually just interviewed a young man from P-Town a couple weeks ago.
Duck.
Duck.
Yeah.
Shout out to Duck.
Yeah.
Tell me about how P-Town, Portsmouth, I say P-Town, has shaped your humor and your sense of humor. What part does P-Town play into your comedy and your humor?
Oh, P-Town plays a big part because people look down on Portsmouth. They think it's bad. They think ain't nobody from there.
Yeah.
They think we ain't got nothing going on down there, but it's a lot of superstars from Portsmouth.
No doubt.
Missy Elliott.
Yep.
Missy Elliott.
Duck.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got Olympic gold medalists from there.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a lot of people from there. Portsmouth, you know what I'm saying? I'm an 80s baby, so Portsmouth had its name for being a place not to go to. But I rep it. But I lived all over the 7 cities, but Portsmouth is where I was born.
Yeah.
And where I got my start at. You know what I'm saying? I was in the Western Branch area, Northern Suffolk area. But P-Town is where when I come back and make it big, that's where I'm gonna go and put all my fun into.
Yeah.
To show love in Portsmouth.
And I think
shout out to Suffolk, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
Western Branch.
Shout out, yeah.
Honestly,
the same area.
National River High School. My dad bought a house in Northern Suffolk.
Really?
So I ended up going to Nasby. I never even heard of Suffolk. Like, I've never been down there.
Yeah.
Shout out to my country folks down.
Shout out. What's dope is, you mentioned something that struck me. So when you go through pain and you go through struggle and trial and tribulation, your pain can be somebody else's joy. Because a lot of times people go through things in life and they think their situation is bad until they hear somebody else's is worse.
Yeah.
So those experiences that you went through in Portsmouth, it helped shape your career, but it also helped people understand who you are, and it really opens the whole feel of your comedy up. Talk to us about that and be able to share those stories that you grew up in. How does it resonate with your crowd?
I didn't really grow up too rough, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he never said he grew up rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying P-Town in general.
Oh, just the area.
The area
yeah,
itself,
the area,
the culture, people, coming out of P-Town, you got people that struggle.
Oh
that
yeah, right.
struggle.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I was fortunate most of the time because my pop was in the service, but we lived in Parkview. You know what I'm saying? We've been down there. I had aunts that lived in Audubon.
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? So we seen the difference between being in the suburbs and being downtown Portsmouth. So I seen the difference. It just shook me to learn that, you know what I'm saying, you can come from something and be something. Like my dad is from Philadelphia. He was raised with 12, 13 brothers and sisters.
Really?
He came from there. So to see my dad come from Philadelphia to come to Virginia and have a family, you see like, my dad's doing well for himself, you know what I'm saying? So that was the hunger I had. When I started doing comedy, I knew, shoot, if I can make. My dad wasn't really feeling the comedy thing, not joking the comedy. He loves comedy, but he didn't see the outcome of like retirement or benefits to it.
He didn't see the dream.
He didn't see it until he see me on stage, and he's like, "Son, you really got something." But he didn't know because he didn't know about comedy, the profession. He just know like seeing people on TV.
Right.
He didn't see the
what goes behind
the scenes. Yeah. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
My mom seen it. She was my biggest fan. My mom seen it from the beginning. She came to all my shows. So she seen it. You know what I mean? My dad didn't know how funny I really was.
Right.
Until he actually seen me.
What was the joke that got him?
I had a joke on the stage. They came to a show at the Funny Bone and can you cuss on there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I said there, my dad met my mom down there in Effingham. She was shaking that ass, you know what I mean? Yeah, and I guess he caught his eye. He caught her eye because he had a Bonneville. He had a Bonneville.
In Bonneville, the old school.
Old school. He had a couple plates that had grip in the back of it. So I said my mom caught him, got him locked in.
Yeah.
She called him boat boy. So you know what I mean? So
that is dope.
So that's dope. He was laughing. He was grinning. You know what I mean?
And he related to that. And that's what brought him in. Dope.
Yeah. I think as young men, anytime you can make your dad proud or show your dad something, it really makes you feel a certain type of way. How do you feel when you got the acknowledgement, like your dad said, you know what, you got something? How did that make you feel?
I felt good, man, because I'm like, okay, I really can do this thing. You know, his main thing was make sure I will take care of my daughter and won't go be out there just a struggling artist trying to figure this thing out. But he knows I got it. You know what I mean?
Did you get whoopings when you was a kid?
Not by my pops, really, man. Mom, he was gone a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I think I'm gonna tell you a story.
Hey, this is your about too, bro.
Man, the one time my dad caught me, this is just funny. I was in maybe like 5th grade, 6th grade. It was a teacher used to keep a lot of chains in the drawer. And I used to go in there and steal the chains to get snacks during like lunch and stuff. And one day the teacher got smart and wrote down the years of the coins that were being taken.
Really?
So he made everybody empty their pockets.
Right.
So he found out with me, he called my dad, but I told my dad I was getting bullied to steal the money, which I was lying to him. So he told me a story when he was in school, some bully was messing with him, and to the point he knocked his head off like he was tired of. So my dad was like, yeah, so you don't let no bully do that. The whole time I'm lying to him.
Right.
The teacher called like, nah, nobody was bullying. He was actually stealing coins. My dad actually beat me that day. Like he had took me up in the room and like he had hit me with like a belt, but it wasn't really nothing. I was like, but that was the first time.
That's the first time.
My mom did all the ass whooping around me.
Bruce Lee? Really?
My mom didn't play no game with the ass whooping, man.
For real.
Now she didn't play. You didn't want no smoke, of course. Now that I look at her, now she's all small. I'm like, I was scared of this lady at one time in my life.
You're like, how, right?
How? But yeah, shout out to Core.
You've experienced working with some big time names. Share with us some experiences you had with Tommy Davidson and Martin Lawrence. Some stories that you might have with those.
I experience with but the best comedian that I interact with that I don't have on my bio is Bill Bellamy.
Really? Okay. Yeah, that's my man.
And Bill is $100,000, dog. I'm gonna tell you, I inboxed him one time to get some stage time.
Right.
And he said he happened to be going through his inbox. And he said, yeah, come get some time. And when I got on that stage, man, I gave him my best 5 quick minutes I had. When I got on stage, like, man, you were funny. And he was laughing about my joke I do about the white beard being tucked in my drawer. And he thought that was the funniest thing ever. So from that day on, anytime I hit him up, if I want stage time,
Yes.
it was, and there wasn't no payment involved in me. It was a stage time. And then we did a show in Richmond, and we was leaving out. He's like, Skeeta, I'm gonna go ahead and pay you tonight. I'm looking like, cause I didn't come up there to get paid. I came to get stage time. He said these jokes are not free, my brother. And he paid me, and I was like, "Oh, that's what's up."
Wow.
A lot of times, man. So when I hit shows up, I hit comedians up to get stage time for exposure to clubs I can't get into.
That's how you do it.
Sometimes you got to take an L to get a win.
Yeah.
And if you got bread saved up, it's not a big deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to chase the dream, not the money at the beginning.
Come on.
So
Right.
Bill's been $100,000, man. Shout out to Bill Bellamy.
Shout out to Bill Bellamy. That's dope.
Say that slogan you just said one more time.
Which one you said?
Thanks to what?
Yo, chase the dream, not the money.
I love it.
And I want the audience to pay attention and learn from this too, because
Yes, sir.
you know what he talked about was he had to grind.
Yes.
And everything he did, it didn't involve no money but passion. Stage time, he didn't make a dime from that, but he understood that his brand was going to build up and his reputation was going to build up, and he knew it took sacrifice. So remember, anything you do in life takes sacrifice. Let's talk a little bit about the years of comedians coming up. When you think about Richard Pryor, you think about, like you said, Bill Bellamy. You think about now you got comedians like Bubba Dub, who shout out to Bubba Dub. He did a drop for us a couple months ago.
Yes, sir.
And you think about all these comedians, these new comedians now. You got Country Wayne. What are your thoughts? Have these comedians taken some gems from the greats like Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy? What's your take on that?
Man, shout out to all that. They're pretty much, we call them internet comedians. Shout out to Bubba Dub, my man Charlie Jr. and Eddie Green. Eddie Green on the road with him. They was my guys.
Yes,
No doubt, no doubt.
Blessing my brothers. But I don't know if they took a page out of the book of watching comedians back then.
Okay.
I'm not for sure. But I know them getting on social media was not the avenue that the ones that you mentioned were using. So that was their introduction to getting into the comedy scene, because my introduction to the comedy scene was doing open mic, getting on the road, networking, rubbing elbows with comedians.
Yeah, actually being on the stage.
Right.
Not being in front of no camera, actually making 60-second videos.
Right.
To me, that may be something they might have seen from the newer generation of comedians. So I'm not going to speak on how they figured it out, but that's not how I got in the game doing it. When I wish I would have took the internet route, because I think I would have been farther long gone, because I think I have an appealing look, and me and my daughter interact like a good together on camera.
Yeah.
So if I would have took that avenue, I think I would have been a Country Wayne or a Bubba Dub.
Okay.
It's not too late.
It's not too late.
I'm about to say it ain't too late.
To me, sometimes it's time consuming.
Yeah.
You have to be very consistent with it.
Yeah.
And like when you chase a viral video, it turns into like a nightmare. Like, man, that thing went million views, then you post another one. I ain't getting up to 2,000 views. It gets to the point like, it's draining.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
We go through the same thing. Moses and I, we go through the same thing.
But in my opinion, I think when you think about the greats like Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, in my opinion, I think it was harder to grind then than it is now. I think to get on the stage, to go from state to state, to go through the Chitlin network, which they called back in those times, I think that was a much bigger grind than, like to your point, sitting in front of a computer for 60 seconds. And that's not taking away anything from these comedians, because they work hard, but it was a different grind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would say you are correct on that, but I think their grind was way better than the grind now, because
Exactly.
you couldn't see everybody that was funny
Yes.
back then. You know what I'm saying? So they stood out
More.
So that's why people kept coming to them, because you couldn't see a person from Wisconsin, because there wasn't no internet.
Right. You couldn't see them every day.
You couldn't see them. So
Right.
when Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, and Bernie Mac and all them, they was out there grinding and they were being known. That's why most of all the movies and comic movies, it was the same comedian.
Right.
But now they reach out to a lot of comedians, because you see them on the internet.
Yeah.
Like Matt Rife. I met Matt Rife, white comedian from Ohio.
Yeah.
When he was 16 years old. He took off of TikTok. He was on Wild 'N Out, urban white guy, kind of dressed as black.
Yeah.
Dude.
Right.
He took off of a TikTok video. And the world sees him now everywhere. He's selling out arenas.
Wow.
That's amazing.
You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
it's all, the internet will take you to another level that you will never think of. But you have to be consistent.
You got to be consistent.
And you have to be appealing. It ain't a lot of pretty comedians out there.
You're right about that. You're right about that. You're right about that.
Look sells sometimes.
Right.
And the energy and the vibe sells. So
Right.
you know what I mean?
You mentioned your dad being from Philly. We talked about Philadelphia, and how strong that is. How did you feel winning Funny for the Money competition in Philadelphia?
Man, it was crazy. My man, shout out Derek was the one that actually told me about it, Derek Brooks.
Derek,
Shout out to Derek.
shout out to Derek. We interviewed him.
Yep.
And I'm gonna give him his flowers because that was the last time I got to see my grandma before she passed away.
Wow.
Really?
So she was
Rest in
when I
peace.
went up there to go do Funny for the Money, I went to go see her. And I was gonna go home at first. I'm like, I'm gonna go see my grandma, see how she doing.
Right.
Was this before you went on or after?
Just after.
After.
I went to
Okay.
go see her. And she was so proud, like she knew that I was doing comedy. And she was the foundation of my dad's family. Like she held the family down.
He's a matriarch.
Yeah, she didn't play no games. She was originally from Florida.
Okay.
Our dad was a sharecropper. My granddad actually was a single father. My grandma actually left the family. My grandfather moved to Philly with his 2 daughters and raised them. And
She left?
my grandma left the family. My granddaddy moved from Florida to Philly with his daughters
Wow.
and raised them.
Wow.
And my grandma actually owned a house. I didn't know until she passed away.
Wow.
So she was the first person on my dad's side family to own a house.
Wow.
So I didn't even know. But yeah, she held it down. She was one of them grandmas that you can go to the house and move in and stay there until you got yourself together. And she didn't play no games.
That's dope.
She won't play no games, huh?
Nah, she didn't play no games.
Wow. And it's crazy because when you hear about situations like that, you typically hear that the man leaves, not the woman.
Yeah, my granddad.
So he held it down.
He held it down, yeah.
Wow. So when you think about that situation and you think about, what your family poured into your career and experiencing that love from your family, how did that take you further in your career at that point? How did that really move you and support you?
Like my family in Philly, man, when I was there, they loved me, man. Like they call it the country cousins because we're from Virginia, but they think me as being a superstar.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my cousin out there doing comedy. Shout out to my cousin Muffin.
Shout out.
Shout out Muffin.
And my shout out to my rest in peace to my cousin Gail. She passed away. Her birthday this month too. She was Leo too.
Oh man.
But she was one of the biggest. She used to put the family together when I came up there to do shows. She made sure everybody was there.
Everybody showed support.
Yeah, man. So it was a lot of love, man. You know what I'm saying? Not just from my dad's side, my mom's side too. My mom's from Elizabeth City, North Carolina.
Yeah.
So that's the countryside. But yeah, they poured into me, man. It made me want to grind and get to that level because it ain't nobody that really made it to that stardom in my family that I know of.
Well, you set it up. So when you think about, the challenges and the things that you get, because every success story there, you can't have success without a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
When you reflect on that, what are some of the things that you went through where you may have said to yourself, man, I don't know if I can do this, or you maybe came through something where you felt like you couldn't get out of? Any challenges that you can reflect upon that you went through that you were able to overcome?
Yeah, man, like doing comedy, man, when you start seeing people that you start off with or seeing people surpass you, it kind of eat into your spirit. Like,
okay,
man, what am I doing wrong? How they getting there? And they kind of sit by like, maybe I ain't supposed to be doing this about where I want to be at.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But as I grind and kept on being consistent, it all came together not too long ago. July 5th, I was able to headline the Virginia Beach Funny Bone this year, and I was able to sell out 2 shows.
Dope.
The first person in the local area to ever do that.
To sell out 2 shows.
2 shows
exclusive
on the 4th of July weekend.
Wow.
And that's when I realized all the hard work from the 14, 15 years.
Yes, sir.
Came into
paid off
that day.
Paid off.
And I had the best lineup. I had my man Monty Rogers, the one that gave me my start as the host.
Yes.
I had Shannon Parker, one of the funniest females out of Richmond, Virginia.
Yes, she is.
Shout out to Shannon Parker.
And then I had my man Gary Mitchell.
Wow.
Shout out.
Through there. So everything aligned itself, man. So that's was the biggest piece of my puzzle was that night.
That was dope.
And that's dope to be able to have a story like that, because some people don't have that story. Some people, they go through a setback and they can't make it back from that.
Yeah.
When you think about those setbacks and those challenges that you had, when you think about your lowest point, what got you out of that?
Just believing in God.
There you go.
And just watching my daughter see me go through it. You don't want your daughter or your son to see you not succeed in something you're doing, because then they'll have their mindset that, oh, my daddy quit, I'm gonna go ahead and quit too.
Yeah.
So I just do it for her, so she'll see that at least my dad tried to get to be one of the top-notch comedians. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it gives her the motivation to see. You know what I mean? You don't want your daughter to see you as a quitter.
Right.
Not no little girl, at least. You know what I mean? So.
Now, speaking of your daughter, I watch you all the time.
Yeah.
I watch you all the time, and I watch how hard you work, Skeeta. How do you balance fatherhood and being a comedian as hard as you do?
Man, my daughter is just, she's the best thing that ever happened to me.
She supports you?
Yeah, man.
I love it.
The first day I had her, man, 2012, man, October the 28th.
Wow.
Then when I seen her open her eyes, and she was just, I just like, man, this me right here.
Yeah.
It's life changing right here. Yeah.
And I knew she was special, man, because she was so alert. And she was just staring at me, eyes all open.
Yeah.
And then, we became like yin and yang, man, you know what I'm saying? Starchy and Hutch.
Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy, man.
Yeah.
Pinky the brain.
Yeah.
She the brains.
Yeah.
But she changed me, man. To be honest, she knows that I do comedy. She loves it. She supports it.
Right.
Her friends at school be like, my daddy, my mom knows you, dad, and all this. So, shout out to my baby.
Shout out.
Are you with her mom?
No.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I said, no, sir.
How does that coincide? I mean,
The co-parenting thing?
yeah, the co-parenting thing. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, my daughter's with me all the time.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's with you all the time.
Yeah, so, no, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
She may watch this and be like, look at him talking shit. My baby mama's in a different headspace right now. She's doing good for us. So I'm not gonna bash her.
That's awesome. That's
I'm
awesome.
just doing what I need to do for my daughter.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We come together when we need to.
Yeah.
Until she turned 18, and then my daughter started having kids, we probably had to come together for the grandkids of one day.
Yeah.
In college and high school, graduation, but we don't get into none of that no more. Like when we first did, it was, all this bickering, but we don't. She has her man, her boyfriend. I got what I got going on.
Right.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. That's
So quick question. I'm always curious about a comedian and their daughter and the time they spend. So you ever have a moment with your daughter where maybe you're trying to have a tough conversation with her, or maybe give her some feedback, and she's not taking you serious because she's seeing the funny side of her dad? What's that like?
I always like, especially with her school.
Okay.
I try to break it down because I was a class clown. I played a lot in school. I ain't gonna say I wasn't a smart guy.
Yeah.
I knew how to get by.
Okay.
I think if I would have applied myself more, I would have been more in tune with the education part. But my teachers loved me because I brought some type of energy to the class. And my teacher, Miss Byron, was one of my special teachers, a smaller white lady.
Uh-huh.
And she said something.
How Miss Byron?
Byron, man. She said, something about you, she called me my real name, but something about you, Skeeta, special about you. And I took that with me when I graduated. You know what I'm saying? She really held me down because I was a mess in school. Get suspended. I got suspended in Votech school for mooning.
You got suspended for mooning?
Mooning a girl in Votech. I mooned the girl in Votech, man. They expelled me. I had to go to night school.
Man.
My first semester of 12th grade. And I'm gonna tell you this, I was upset more about not being able to get voted as funniest comedian, funniest class clown. Because the yearbook they had.
Right.
But they wouldn't let me be in it because I was in night school. And that was the biggest regret in high school. I'm like, I did all this joking around. I can't even be in a yearbook for something that I did.
Right. When you ain't getting no credit for it.
Credit for it, man. I make it famous. The school is gonna have to induct me in that book.
No doubt.
Y'all heard it first. Y'all heard it first.
Man, yeah.
That's dope.
Wow.
That's dope.
Wow.
So you were in a play.
Yeah, man. The guy that actually wrote that play, I ran into his ex-wife at a thrift store. I do a lot of drifting. I don't know if y'all see me. I be buying a lot of vintage toys.
I see you all the time.
I'm a little nerd, man. I like X-Men and Star Wars.
My son loves it.
Yeah. Kenner toys and
Really?
vintage, man. I got a whole office space there.
What?
But I ran into her and she said he recently passed away.
Oh wow.
So you bring it up. But the play was dope, man. It was something I had to learn lines. I'm not good at learning lines because I did it.
You saw freestyle.
Yeah. I like to like ad lib and like, so if I ever got into the acting thing, I would have to have in my contract, let me
just kind of freestyle, do it your way.
let me do it my way a little bit. I'll take some of the lines, but let me flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause trying to learn lines, man, it was like, oh my God.
Right.
Yeah, so he
That's
let
not
me.
your lane.
That's not my lane at all. But he let me be free enough to change some stuff to make it more comical for the play. But yeah.
So you struggled in the beginning.
Yeah,
Try to
to learn it, because that's something you got to take time to actually learn a line word for word.
Yeah.
You got to practice that stuff.
Now once you did the play, did you find that you learned some skills from that to help you on the stage, or
the stage was already set?
It was already set. Okay.
I already had that skill down, but just trying to take time to learn something was what I learned.
Yeah.
Like, this is not something simple.
Do you plan on doing anything else in that space when it comes to plays?
Well, I wouldn't mind getting into like a movie, like a comical movie, like something like Chris Rock and all them.
Okay.
I think I'm
dope with that.
Yeah, I think I'll be pretty cool with something like that.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
I wouldn't mind getting with somebody to shoot something, we put something together, do like a little Tubi, something. The Tubi really doing their thing, even though they're 3-hour movies.
Yeah.
With fake props and stuff.
Well, we got a lot of film producers right here in Hampton Roads. A couple of them we already interviewed, so we got to see if we can make that happen, man.
True.
Tell us a little bit about you're looking to produce some shows and have your own comedy club. Tell us about what inspired you to do that, and what plans do you have, and where you are at now in terms of that fruition to that.
I started producing shows, man, because it was a marketing and a strategy I put into myself to get booked in different rooms.
Okay.
Without being in the comedy scene. So if I had a guy that was in Mississippi doing comedy shows, I would book him to come to Virginia, and I would go to Mississippi.
Okay.
So I was just using it to lure comedians to me so I can get to the different states.
Got it.
So it was almost like, hey, Skeeta G got a room. I'm going to go to Virginia. I'm going to send them to Alabama. I'm going to send them to Kentucky. So that's what I got into that. And then I wanted to help some of the young comedians that wanted to get some stage time and actually pay them.
Yeah.
When I first started doing comedy, I didn't get paid for a long time.
Yeah.
So, $50, $75 there is something in their pocket, and they respect me for that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I got into that part of doing it. But I do want to actually open up a comedy club in Virginia one day.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it, but I don't want it to just be urban. I want it to be universal, every culture, every race to be like the Virginia Beach Funny Bone.
Yeah. Yeah. Diversity.
How do you handle hecklers in the crowd?
Man, to be honest, I only had one, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I had one in Ohio, but I shut him down so bad, but I couldn't see him. So what I was doing, it had everybody laughing. Like it was just funny. And at the end of the show, he was like, "Man, you were funny, man." You know what I'm saying? He tried to give me some weed. I was like, "I don't smoke." But he was like, "Man, you're funny." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I never really had a problem with nobody heckling because people pay attention to me on stage. They engage, so they don't have time to even mess with me. Because like I come up there so fly that nothing they can say about me or say anything. You know what I mean? So
who influenced your style?
I don't know, man. Because
it's a combination, or just you.
I grew up around a lot of cats that were from New York in my area. That came to Virginia and just like going to Philly.
Right.
And my sisters be putting that shit on. So my older sister, I got it from my mom. Just real no, she gets her put her shit on. So I think I got it from my older sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 90s cross color and all that stuff.
Yes.
So it's in the blood, man. Like all my sisters can dress real well. My nephew, just in the family.
I got a question for you. Is bad press for a comedian sometimes good?
Will Smith wasn't a comedian, but that was bad press that really took him off, took him out of here.
Yeah.
Look how big he is. He's bigger than he was before he slapped.
Yeah. So yeah. So you could take that negative press and just turn it into something positive.
Because negative press goes into the news.
Yeah.
And then white people start to see, like, oh, who is this?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what negative press does. Negative press gets it worldwide because they feed off of negative to me, like the radio station.
Right.
They talk about negative stuff, so it brings a light to you. The people start Googling you.
Right.
Oh, who is this? And then like, oh, he ain't that bad of a guy. He just had a mistake.
Yeah.
So sometimes negative stuff turns to positive stuff.
Because I think about Kevin Hart, and I think about every time he's gone through something that's been crazy or it's been in the news, next thing you know, next week, oh, he got a movie or he got a show.
I think
he's making more money.
I ain't gonna cut you off. I think he only had that one time that somebody said he said something. Think about the gay community, if I ain't mistaken.
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he did.
That's what he did, right?
Yeah.
And they brought that back, and he was supposed to
Yeah.
host some type of.
He was supposed to host the Oscars.
Yeah, so then
Yeah.
it messed him up.
Oh, okay.
Shot him down.
Shot him down.
Shot him down.
And I think he probably pulled back from it. But then he became bigger though.
He got bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Kevin Hart's hustle. Not a really fan of his comedy. And if he sees it, I don't really care, but I think some of his comedy is the same.
Okay.
It's the same cadence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love his hustle
Yeah.
and how he take care of his people that's on his team.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
yes.
You know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
I chuckle at some of his stuff, but I just think he does the same stuff over and over.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
does. It's a lot of buffoonery with
Yeah, and I think
Kevin
the
Hart.
world
Like
fell in love with him.
Yeah.
And once the white folks fall in love with you, it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
I mean, yeah, I don't think he's, I like him for his hustle.
Yeah.
I like him for his grind. But can I sit and watch a whole entire Kevin Hart show?
No.
Probably not.
It's not.
Probably not. But I like the hustle, and I like the fact that when he does go through something or he does get caught up in something, he knows how to pivot.
Yeah.
And I think that's a skill that some people don't even have that skill.
Yeah.
So to be able to do that, when you think about these young comedians coming up, they'll make mistakes, just like NBA players, just like he bounced back. You know what I'm saying?
Show that. Yeah. Let me take this back. Kevin Hart may be funny to a lot of people, and I'm not saying he's not funny. I just don't laugh at some of his humor or his jokes. So I don't want nobody to think I'm hating on Kevin.
No, we're not hating on Kevin Hart.
Not Kevin Hart. I love black man, you know what I'm saying? But he don't make me laugh to the point that I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Kevin Hart.
Shout out to Kevin Hart.
Play that up.
We're gonna play a game real quick. We're gonna play greatest of all time. We do this on our segment a lot.
Uh-oh.
And put your seatbelt on.
All right.
All right. So greatest of all time. We talking about overall impact. We talking about catalog, what they've done, everything. All right. Greatest of all time. And you can't be biased. You gotta say, this person is the greatest of all time. All right. You ready?
All right.
All right. Number 1, Eddie Murphy. Number 2. Hold on. Number 2, Cat Williams. Number 3, Richard Pryor. 4, Red Fox. 5, Kevin Hart. Greatest of all time.
I don't fly.
I don't know. All full package, everything.
Full package.
Shows, impact, experience, everything.
Culture.
That's a tough one, though. You wrong for that, man.
I'm gonna go with Eddie Murphy, man.
Okay. Why?
Eddie Murphy let media know that they can be actors,
Yes, sir.
they can be versatile,
Yes,
and
sir.
they don't have to just do stand up.
Wow.
And he took his brother with him, and he showed respect to his brother, and his brother got to the comedy game.
He did.
Yes, he did.
And
Rest in peace to his brother. Yeah,
Charlie Murphy, yeah, rest in
You
peace.
did.
Man,
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
And
Good guy.
he just is in a different lane, man.
Wow.
He's just multi-talented. And you could have, there's some other comedians you could have thrown in there that I would have put him in there, but I would say Eddie Murphy out of the list.
Talk about one that I didn't mention.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. Okay, you respect Jamie Foxx comedy.
He's a triple, quadruple threat, though.
Yeah.
And I would say Richard Pryor too.
Okay.
I'm about to say Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor let people know that you can be an actor.
Yep. Yes, he does. Classic.
Just a little bit before our time.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy, my time, 80s.
Yeah, right.
So,
right.
but I know Richard Pryor, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
in my era, Eddie Murphy will be the one that I've seen, you know what I mean? So,
Gotta be greatest of all time.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Number 2, greatest of all time. All right. And we talking about overall impact, culture, everything. All right. Ready? All right. Michael Jordan. LeBron James.
Okay.
Magic Johnson.
Woo! That's the first.
Kobe Bryant. Or Steph Curry. Greatest of all time.
Oh my God. Why you do that? Why? That's a new one. That's a new one right there.
Look, man, I'm gonna go with MJ, bro.
You go with MJ? Why?
I would say MJ impacted the world with just the sneaker brand itself and just him just being so dope.
Wow.
Just being so dope, man. Like, he made bald heads be bald heads.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
And he like probably the first NBA player to be in a cartoon.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, he
You know what I'm
did.
saying? You know what I mean? And I'm a Jordan fan, sneakers, so I love sneakers. So
Gotcha. He definitely did
Yeah,
think
bro.
of shoes.
but that was a great list. Shout out to Kobe Bryant.
Shout out.
It was an impact to the world. It
Yeah.
was a big loss to him.
Yes,
To
yes. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson is the GOAT.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Man, all of them are good, man. But this Michael Jordan, man,
Put MJ number one.
Number
Yeah.
one. Okay.
I think a lot of people will. And my, you know what I'm saying?
I got Kobe.
Okay.
But MJ is
It's a
my
West Coast thing. man.
MJ is a West Coast thing.
Let's
It's a
go.
West Coast thing. Speaking of West Coast, greatest of all time. Los Angeles, New York, Philadelphia, Miami. Woo! Greatest of all time.
I'm gonna go with New York.
New York.
Okay. Why?
Why?
New York, man, it's just the culture, the style,
Melting pot.
melting
Yes.
pot. It's just a
Yeah.
lot of dope people come from that. And when I was a kid, I wanted to be from New York. I don't think no.
I think everybody should do what he's doing.
Everybody wanted to be. From
Yes,
New York.
sir.
You
Really?
know what I'm saying? The New York Yankees hat and Tim.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
My childhood sweetheart in high school, Erica Brennan, man, shout out to her. She was
Shout out to her.
that was my sweetheart. She was from Queens, man.
Okay.
Really?
She introduced me to the beef and broccoli. That was my girl, man. Shout out to Erica, man. So I love New York. Since when I do shows up there, they embrace me, man. Cause
They do.
No doubt.
like I look like them style wise,
Yeah.
but don't sound like them. So they like
They
he's
did like that.
but he dressed like us. But yeah.
No
New York.
doubt.
Wow. All right. Last but not least, greatest of all time. We're talking about overall impact, what they did for the culture, everything. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Harlem Nights. Oh. Coming to America. We'll do Friday. Out of those three, greatest of all time.
I'm gonna go with Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights.
I think Harlem Nights won last time.
It did. It did. Why?
They had some iconic people.
They did.
Yes,
Oh
it did.
my God.
Rest in peace to
Red Fox,
Red Fox.
Red Fox, yes.
Yeah, man. Oh man.
Richard Pryor.
Pryor.
Yep.
Yes.
Robert Harris.
Yep.
Robert Harris was in that movie as well.
Yep.
Charlie Murphy was in that movie.
Charlie Murphy.
Della Reese. Rest in peace. Man, we done lost some icons.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
That show comedians had the range to actually act.
They did.
Yeah.
Put on a good movie.
Absolutely.
They
That
did.
movie was a class. You can watch that movie today and still laugh about that.
Yeah.
But the
Absolutely.
movies you did name were dope though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think to have a blend of being a comedian and also being able to bring emotion out of people is a skill.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's a huge skill set.
Yes.
So when they did that and they transitioned from comedy and brought both worlds together, it's just it was a beautiful experience.
Yeah.
It was.
Absolutely.
It was. So Moses, we running out of little time right here, but we definitely want to go into our 80 or 80,000 question.
Let's do it.
So
So
go ahead, I'll give my final thoughts after that.
So Skeeta, so thank you for being on the show. We appreciate you, bro.
Yes.
Hats off to you, man. We bringing Virginia together, man. That's what 80,000 is all about. So
It's all about.
what we want to know is, in terms of your journey and what you want to accomplish, are you more concerned about 80 years on Earth, meaning just the time being, trying to get from day to day, or is your concern about the longevity, your experience, how people view you, your impact, how people love you, how you love people, and what people say about you when you leave the room, the 80,000 year journey? What's more important to you, 80 years on Earth, the time being, or you're looking for a legacy of 80,000 years and what your name means in the books 80,000 years from now? Which one?
It's gonna be legacy, man.
There you
One
go.
day I'm gonna have some grandkids.
Mm.
They gonna have some kids, and they gonna have some kids. And when they say my great granddaddy Skeeta G was this big time comedian, it's gonna be something that they can look up. You know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
There you go.
hey man, my granddaddy or my pop was this. It's a legacy, man. You can live day to day. You can live check to check. You can live, but live life and enjoy it. But you just want your name to be good when you're in the ground. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
To me.
It's dope.
Love that. It's dope. Very dope.
Well, I'm gonna get my final thoughts. You mentioned earlier about a lot of losses that you had, your cousin, your grandmother. You mentioned that a lot of your family, they supported you because they looked at you as a star. When we think about the comedians that come up in this area, they don't really get the credit that they really deserve. Scrap Dooley, Derek, a lot of the up-and-coming comedians, they really don't get their flowers like they should, because really what they do is, and I want the millions of viewers to pay attention to what I'm about to say. Life definitely be life.
Yes, it does.
And we experience loss. We just lost Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Rest in peace.
We lose. We experience bills. We experience tragedy. We also experience just life and paying bills and trying to just get through this thing and navigate through this thing. The one thing that we have in life that kind of keeps us going, the main thing is going to be God.
Amen to that.
The second thing is also going to be comedy.
Yes.
Being able to go to a show and laugh and smile.
Yeah.
It's the greatest thing on earth, y'all. If you ain't had a chance to just go and see a comedian go up there and just freestyle or make you laugh and make you smile, go.
Absolutely.
Because it will change the trajectory of how you feel about how life is.
Yeah.
And Skeeta G, sitting right here, is one of those people, y'all. He's one of those people who, he talked about his loss, but you never saw him, change his energy.
Right.
His energy remained just right there. And when he gets on stage, he changes the energy of the room.
Absolutely.
You talked about how the people in your family, they look at you as a star. I'm gonna tell you right now, brother, I've been to a couple of shows. Every person I've ever met that been to your show, they also look at you as a star. And the reason why is because you are. Y'all make some noise for the one and only Skeeta G. Another thing I want to mention to everybody out here before we go. People get a bad rap, especially men, for not being fathers.
Absolutely.
For not being in their children's life. For not being able to balance work and being a dad.
Yeah.
Black women, especially, I want you to take notice to this interview. Pay attention. Because you're looking at a young man, handsome fella, pause. Who has the balance. And he's a great father. He's a great comedian. And he is the next big thing. That y'all watching 80 or 8,000.
Well, and if you saw something that you resonated with,
yes,
that meant something to you,
yes,
leave it in the comments.
Right.
Subscribe to the show.
Right.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Peace.
All right.
See, with this freestyle, you ain't.
Came back from that little funeral. Django waiting for him.
Y'all see that white man? He got it.
Yeah. You look good in that purple, baby. That satin, that silk, what you got on, Grandma? That's prom dress material, ain't it?
I'm on this show, man.
You did.
White lady.
You wearing that thing.
Everybody know,
That wig look good too. That thing shining like a pair of Jordans. Look at you.
Di jam certain solid